If you're 3, 4, 5 stone overweight, this is the exact blueprint that you can lose 100 pounds exactly like my clients, Kim, Steph, and Jess. Hey team, and welcome to this week's episode of The Inspired Show. The show is dedicated to helping you become the best version of yourself, mentally as well as physically. We've got a great show for you this week, going through the exact steps that you need to start taking to get yourself to lose over 100 pounds. Most importantly, keep it off as well. But before we delve into today's episode, I need a big favor. Our aim is trying to help as many people as possible, and we can only do that with your help. So I'd love it if you could hit that subscribe button if you've not done so already. It's completely free to do so, and it just means you stay updated with every episode we drop every single week. Plus, it means we can reach more people. Please smash a like on this episode, share it with somebody who may benefit, and as always, if you've got any big takeaways, I'd love to hear from you in the comments down below. So this week's episode is all about the exact blueprints that I use with my clients to help them lose a substantial amount of weight, but most importantly, keep it off. Just like Kim, Steph, and Jess, these three have lost a combined 300 plus pounds, over 100 pounds each. And they didn't do that by dieting their way to it, because as we know, diets do not work. So I'm going to go through the 3 steps that is needed to help you start changing your mindset and start moving forward in the right direction to reach your goals. The first thing that we need to understand is when it comes to losing weight, and a substantial amount of weight, is that it's going to take a little bit of time, and that's okay. And one of the most important aspects is having an expectation. A lot of people have the expectations that they're going to see instantaneous results. They believe they have a couple of healthy meals, hit the gym a couple of times, and the body's going to look completely different. And when it doesn't, they get really frustrated. They feel like what they're doing is not working, and ultimately they give up and throw in the towel. So we've got to start resetting our expectations. Now think about this logically. How long have you actually struggled with your weight? If you're 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stone plus overweight, it's a high likelihood you've struggled all your life. So undoing that's going to take a little bit of time. Now, on average, to lose 100 pounds, it's going to take you anywhere between 8 months up to 2 years. And I would put a time frame of around half a pound to 2 pounds per week on your journey on average. We also need to understand that you're not going to lose weight every single week, and that's okay. Some weeks you may even gain, and that's just part and parcel. That's why as part of your journey to lose all this weight, we've got to start looking at other metrics of success. Because if we only focus on the scales, it becomes very frustrating, because you can have a really good week of eating well, hitting the gym, doing your steps, doing all the right things, and you can step on that scales, it might go up. That doesn't necessarily mean you've gained body fat. It just means the scales are lagging. It might be time of the month for the ladies. Maybe you've trained really hard, but inflammation. It could be a million and one different things. That's why you need to understand success comes from other metrics too. Things like how your clothes are feeling. Are you taking measurements? Progress photos. How you're feeling within yourself. Are you making better decisions around your food, around your movement, getting to bed on time? Are you slipping up but getting back on track faster? Like, these are all metrics of success. So if you want to make real change, the most important thing, first and foremost, is having an expectation that's going to take a little bit of time, and having these metrics of success other than the weight to keep that momentum going, because it will feel frustrating when you don't lose that weight. The second thing that we need to look at, and I think this is very, very important, is it's not so much about having more discipline or willpower, it's actually about building structure and new behaviors. Because ultimately, where you are with things right now is the direct consequence of your daily efforts and behaviors, the work that you're putting in. And you might be thinking, well, I'm working really hard. But if you look at it realistically, over the last 2, 3, 4, however many years you've struggled, have you really put in the effort consistently? I don't mean a week here, a couple of weeks there, a couple of days here. I mean consistently over that time. If you're being completely honest with yourself, probably not. You might have done a diet for a couple of weeks here and there, but you've not really put in the effort. So we need to start building better structure in our life. And one of the best ways to do this is to plan and prepare. And when you plan and prepare, sometimes you've got to strip it right back. Because for a lot of people, they try and do too much too soon. They start on a Monday with the healthy eating, getting to the gym, the 2 litres of water, getting out the crisps, the chocolates, the takeaways. And by Wednesday, they're miserable, they're hungry, they're stressed, and then they're falling off track. and they're just stuck in this cycle of repeating it every single week, every single Monday. So we need to start creating simple structure. And I would start with the basics. For week 1, you might simply start off with a healthier breakfast. Do that for a week. Once it becomes second nature, you've got that structure in, layer in something else. You might then look for a lunchtime walk. You then might look at getting a good night's sleep, and then you layer it over time. And what then happens is you're raising your standards, you're raising your behaviors, and ultimately they start becoming second nature. And what then happens is, for a lot of people, these new behaviors, they become automatic and they get the results as a byproduct of that. Like all the clients I work with, they maintain the result because they've built these habits, they've built these behaviors that become like brushing your teeth. You don't even think about it. And before we get into the last one, which for me is probably the biggest thing that holds people back, I just want to let you know that we've actually got a handful of slots open this month to work with us inside the Built to Inspire program on a one-to-one basis. If you want to chat to us about that, simply drop me a private message on any of our social media platforms and we'll be in touch, have a bit of a chat and see if we can help you move forward. Now, step number 3, and this is the most important step if you want long-term change, and it is address your biggest bottleneck. And in my experience, the biggest bottleneck for most people is what happens after 7 p.m. Once the kids are gone to bed, once you get 5 minutes to yourself, that's when we end up relaxing, unwinding. However, we're using food and alcohol as a way to do that. And why is this happening? Well, 1, there's an accumulation of stress over the course of the day and over the course of the week, where in the evenings, on the weekends, we're just overindulging, feeling really guilty about it afterwards, and then self-sabotaging further. And also because we're stuck in this cycle of restrict and binge, where, like I mentioned earlier, we're starting on a Monday, cutting down our calories, cutting out things we love, accumulating this hunger. So it's twofold. We need to start look at building a better relationship with food, understanding how to fuel our body so we feel satisfied whilst being in a deficit, but also learning how to identify what the triggers are after 7 p.m. that's building up to this stress. Once we identify what those triggers are, the things that are causing the stress, the overwhelm, and the desire to reach for different coping mechanisms, it's a complete game changer. Combining that with having different ways of dealing with your stresses, your overwhelms, and how to relax and build better structure at 7 p.m. will become a complete game changer for you in managing those cravings, managing the stress eating and the emotional eating, and in turn helping you stay consistent in building new habits and behaviors needed to lose that substantial amount of weight, but most importantly, keep it off. Now, this is the exact blueprint that you need to follow in order to lose that 100 pounds. Firstly, get really clear on the amount of time it's going to take, and it's going to take time. Secondly, start building structure and habits. Don't just diet and give up every couple of weeks. And thirdly, address what's exactly holding you back. Now, with regards to calories, steps, and movement, that's the easy bit. We'll actually put that together for you in our free starter plan, where it'll help you work out the exact calories, the exact steps, but also address these 3 steps as well. And I guarantee you, combine that with our free starter guide, it will be a massive help for you to help reaching your goals. Thank you so much for joining in. I really appreciate your support. Don't forget, hit that subscribe button if you've not done so already. Smash a like on this video, and until next week, I'll speak to you very, very soon.